do you, I always wonder how CEOs can, live with themselves if they have to let someone go knowing that person has to provide for their family, etc. But also keeping in mind you have a business to run.
That's, you're exactly right. And that's what CEOs, there are a lot of people, that are cold-hearted and say, well, to hell with them. They're not doing their job. To hell with them. Get them out of here. I don't fire them. But I think the people that build a strong team, one reason they build a strong team is what? People trust them. They trust the CEO. The CEO is not just going to do the right thing. He's going to try to do the right thing for everybody involved. He's not just going to look after the business or just look after the friend, no matter what it does to the business. He's going to try to do the right thing, use good judgment about it. It's really hard, it really is, because when you're a CEO at a business, big or small, that happens a lot.
And you're constantly putting out fires. You wrote about a scenario in the book. Your wife was tending to her ill mother. Yeah. Your company was experiencing chaos. How do you maintain and just stay calm and composed while putting out multiple fires?
It really is a good question. I think number one, I think to some extent you have to be born with that. That is part of who you are, is the ability. Remember we talked about compartmentalize stuff earlier. I think that you have to be able to do that. And you can't get too emotionally wrought about things. It clouds your judgment. Do you know the time that people make the worst decisions in their life? When is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, you know this. It's when they're getting divorced, right?
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people make terrible decisions around a divorce. It's like the emotions overwhelm their brain. Another time people make terrible decisions is when they're going bankrupt. And so a lot of times, divorce is a lot of times about money. Bankruptcy is a lot of times about money and feeling, and all these things are involved in all these. People have a tendency to make terrible decisions, and you have to be able as a CEO not to get yourself what I'll call in a bankrupt's, frame of mind that, oh, I'm scared of going bankrupt, or I'm scared of this or that, and make bad decisions. You've got to stay, and I think that's something that if you're born with that ability, I talked a little bit earlier about, driving a race car and getting out of the race car and getting in the airplane and flying the airplane, and then, going to work the next day and driving a race car and flying an airplane is pretty intense.
Adrenaline rush.
You got to be sure you're thinking about what you're doing.
Right.
And I think also running a business, you got to think about what you do. You got to be focused on it. If you got a personal situation or technical issue, you can't be distracted. You got to focus on it.
Compartmentalize.
You do.
Don't bring home into work.
But see, that's why I say
and leave work at leave work at work. Don't take work home.
But some people can't do that.
Right.
You can't say be that way. I can't say, Lindsay, you've got to be this way. You are who you are. You're not going to be somebody else. You can fake it, but you're not going to fake it that long.
Because you'll break.
You'll break. That's exactly right. Good point.